carefully. Again, I will repeat. So what CRC? CRC is a cyclic redundancy code. In CRC, we have a data with us, and this data will be divided with a divisor or a generator polynomial. Now, what is the but before that, we need to append few number of zeros with the data. Now, how do we know what are the number of zeros we need to add to the data? Those number of zeros are equal to length of a divisor minus 1, right? So in this case, you can find out that divisor is 4 bits divisor, right? 1101. So how many zeros we have added? We have added 4 minus 1, that is 3 number of zeros in a data. And then we do a division, right? So this is simple division. This division is 1 1 is 0, 0 0 is 0, 0 1 will be 1, and 1 0 will be also 1, correct? So likewise we will go on dividing a given number with a divisor, and whatever remainder we get, that will be our CRC code, right? A remainder is our CRC code, which will be appended at the end of a data, and then that code word will be sent to a receiver, right? I hope you remember this CRC example. So this is a very simple CRC example. Now what happens at the receiver end, right? What so look at the example given below. So what happens at the receiver end is, now look here, what we did, this is our data and this is our divisor, right? So this particular data is been added, divided, right? And we get, see this is our data, right? 11001, and this is our divisor. So what we did, we have added zeros, 3 number of zeros at the end of a data. Why we have added 3 zeros? Because the length of the divisor is 4. So 4 minus is appended at original data, right? My data was 1001, and then I have added or appended the remainder as 110, and I form a code word. Okay, so this is my code word, right? Now this is what I have transferred to a receiver. I am a transmitter and I have transferred this code word to a receiver, right? Now imagine there are two cases. The first case is there will be error in a transmission, or there will be no error in a transmission, correct? If there is no error in a transmission, it means that whatever data we have sent is correctly received by the receiver. But how do we know that the data has been received correctly or not, right? So we need some verification technique for that, right? Now look at this code word. Code word is 1001 Now look at the receiver end. So this is at the receiver end. Now imagine that whatever we have sent has been correctly received. So this is what we have sent, right? So how to decide that? Let's again take whatever we have received and divide the same data word with a same divisor, correct? And if we get a 0 at as a remainder, if we get 0 as a remainder, then it means that it is a correct data which has been received by a receiver. So whatever has been sent by a transmitter has been correctly received by a receiver if we get a remainder as 0, right? And thus we accept the data word as 1001, right? Now suppose there is a noise which is getting mixed with the data while transmitting, right? Then what will happen? The whatever we have received will be changed little, but then how we know about it? Again we have to go for the verification of the data, and that verification of data is done with same divisor. So this is what we have received at the receiver end, and we have some divisor with the same divisor. And when we divide this particular code word as with the same divisor, we get some remainder which is other than 0. Whenever we get a remainder other than 0, it means that there is an error which has been introduced while transmitting a data. Understood, all of you? So now if there is if there is something which is non-zero as a reminder, we have to discard the data word and inform the transmitter that okay, I have got some wrong data, so kindly resend the data. So we have to inform the NAC, a negative acknowledgement, to a transmitter. I hope you all of you have understood the example. So we will go for the code now. Correct? So let's move for the code part. Okay, so this is my CRC code. As I have already told you that CRC has to be written either in C or C++, right? So this is the simplest implementation of cyclic redundancy code in C. So what we are doing initially for the code is, first part is we have to take a data from the user. Then what we need a generator polynomial or a divisor or a key from a user, right? So there are two inputs. The first is a data and another is a divisor. So we take both the things, right? Then what we have to do is we need to find out the length of this divisor. Why do we find out the length of a divisor? So that we can append those many number of zeros at the end of the data, right? Once we find the length of a divisor, we need to append zeros equal to the length of divisor minus 1 at the end of a message or a data. So that part we are doing at this particular for loop. I hope you can see one for loop at the screen. And what we are doing, we are message length plus I, we are appending 0, right, till key lane minus 1. What is this key lane? Key lane is a length of a divisor, right? So this is that particular for loop, right? Then what we are doing again is we are copying that particular data into temporary one of the temporary variable, that is temp I, right? While copying data, why we are doing this? Because what we are doing at a time, we are taking only those many number of bits which are equal to the length of a divisor, right? Looking at the example, suppose हमारे पास डेटा से हमारे पास डेटा 8 बिट्स का है, हाँ, और हमारे पास डिवाइजर सिर्फ 4 बिट का है, तो एट अ टाइम हम डिवीजन के लिए कितने बिट्स कंसिडर करते हैं? डेटा के 4 ही बिट्स कंसिडर करते हैं, राइट? एंड देन वी डू द बिट वाइज ऑरिंग ऑपरेशन विद दैट, correct? So we consider only, that is a bitwise division which we consider. But what was the length for considering the bitwise division? The length is equal to the length of the key or the length of the divisor. And that's the reason what we are doing over here is, here we are copying the input of the length which is equal to the length of a key into variable. इसका मीनिंग इतना हम इनपुट डेटा कंसिडर कर रहे हैं फिलहाल, right? And then what we are doing, we are manually checking the things, right? What we are doing, we are manually checking the keys, right? So again we have started with I is equal to 0 and then I is less than message length I plus plus. We start with this, right? So this is my temp 0 and quotient. Now suppose this is equal to 0, right? Suppose that is equal to 0, right? Then what I have to do, then I will be looking at the what is the element at key, राइट? सो मैन्युअली क्या चेक करें हम? सपोज 0 0 है तो आंसर विल बी 0, 0 1 है तो आंसर विल बी 1, 1 0 है तो आंसर विल बी 1, एंड 1 1 है तो आंसर विल बी 0, right? So that is what we are performing in this particular cases, correct? That is what we are performing in this particular cases. And then we are getting a remainder. This is a complete for loop. right? This is a complete for loop, and then that is what we will be getting at a remainder. Once there is a binary division, the answer at the end we will be getting at this particular remainder variable, right? Now that remainder variable is copied in a temp, correct? And so that temp is again copied in the remainder at the end after this for loops, and then we will be printing the quotients and the remainders. And what is the final data? Final data will be the input, that is a data appended with the remainder. That is going to be my final data. You can see that final data getting printed over here, right? So this is going to get printed on the single line because there is no new line character over here. A new line character is a slash n, right? So this is what is happening at a transmitter end. Now go to the receiver end, right? Now receiver end पे क्या होने वाला है? Now this is what we are simulating for the CRC, right? तो ऐसे नहीं कि कोई आपके पास ट्रांसमिट करके डेटा दे रहा है, right? Again at the receiver end also what we have to do is we have to receive the data, right? Means we have to get a data from the user itself. So what we are prompting the user, we are saying the user to enter the data, correct? Here the user will be entering the data whatever has been received, fine. So whatever data has been received which is entered here, again what we have to see, so we have seen in the PPT also that once we get a received data, the received data is also to be divided or with a divisor. There will be again a bitwise division with the help of the same divisor at a receiver end also. So the same code is repeated over here. The same code is repeated over here, correct? Now in this case we will be again printing everything, the quotient, the remainder and everything. And what we are checking over here is if are we finding 1 in a remainder, are we finding any 1 in a remainder? If we find a 1, right? If this flag, see, if we find a 1 in a remainder, we set a flag as 1, otherwise we set a flag to 0. And if it is 0, it means that there is no error. And if it is other than 0, it means that there is an error. Understood? I hope all of you have understood this particular CRC code, right? What we are checking at the end, we are again dividing, we are again doing the bitwise division with the received data by using the same divisor or a same key and finding the remainder. If remainder is having 1, it means that there is an error, and if remainder doesn't have a 1, it means that there is no error. Understood all of you? So after this, now we will go for executing a code, right? Now we'll go for executing the code. So how to execute this C codes online? For that we require mean GW libraries or mean GW binaries. You type min GW, right? Min GW, and then you install it from mingw.org. And once you install this mingw.org, you will be able to compile your codes with GCC or G++ on Windows as well. You just need to set the path for it in your path variable, path environment variable. Then your command prompt will be automatically picking it from there, right? So let me share my command prompt now. I hope the code is okay with all of you. So let me share my command prompt. Okay, fine. Let me share my command prompt window. Okay. I think I'm able to share my desktop itself. So are you able to see my command prompt now? I
Yes, ma'am.
hope.
Yes,
Okay, good. So I will be going to my path. I will show you the quick ways of going to the path. So CD, shift insert. So this is how I am at my folder, correct? So if you type GCC here, okay, what happened? GCC and I think this is. So this is going to create my, this is going to compile my code. So you can see here there is a dot out. Even there is one more way to compile this GCC minus O, uh, what is that, crc.exe, and then this is my name of a file. So this is going to create a executable file with whatever name I have provided. So currently I have provided a name as crc.exe, correct? So if you see dir, we do ls in Linux Windows, but currently I'm at Windows, so I am doing dir over here. So we can see here that crc.exe is created, right? Now what we have to do, we have to just execute this crc.exe, so it will be executed. I hope you are able to see the prompt at the end. So there is a prompt, enter the data, right? So what we'll do, we will copy the same example which we have taken in the class. So what is the data? The data is 100 100, correct? So I will enter a data as 100. I'm so sorry, I have to enter 1 space 00100, correct? This is what my data is which I'm entering, correct? So okay, I think there is some problem while executing. Again, I will try to execute this. CRC, enter the data 1 1 0 0 1 0, correct? Oh, it is not prompting me for the enter the key. Okay, there is always some problem with this codes. It is not waiting for the keys to enter, right? Again I will do this. So 1 0 0 1 0 0, enter the key. Okay, now it has asked for enter the key. So the key is, what is the key? Key is 1101, correct? So key is 1101, right? So you can see here the quotient is something and the remainder which we have received as 001. So my final data is, that is my code word. Code word is 100 4 times 0 1, right? You can see it is the same as what we have received over here, right? Remainder we have received as 001. Okay, the same remainder we have received in the answer also. Now what we have to do is we have to enter the received data for cross verification, right? CRC is error detection method. CRC is error detection method. CRC will be only able to detect if there are errors in your received data, right? So now we will see at my receiver end, I received the same data. So I will type it as 100 100 001. This is what we are simulating the scenario, right? We are trying to generate the scenario. Now imagine that we have received whatever we have seen. So I have typed the same data. So what I have got, I have received again the quotient as something, and remainder is 000. Whenever I have a remainder as all zero, it means that there is no error in the received data, correct? So I have printed over there output as no error. Now we will again execute the same code and we'll try to see if I receive something other than expected, then what happens, right? So I will again enter the data as 100 100, correct? Enter the key, so key will be 11101, right? I have received a date, I have generated a remainder as 001 and final data, that is my code word. Now receive data, let's say that there is some mismatch in the received data. So 1 1, correct? So something I have typed as a received because this is what I received. I am trying to simulate the scenarios, right? So I have received something, so I have typed. We have found that remainder is 010 and they're printed as no error, but it should be the error. Again we'll try to check it once, right? So suppose I'm while sending my data is 100 100, my key is 1101, correct? This is what is my code word is. At receiver I have received something, correct? So I have again received a remainder as 001 and there is an error because my remainder is not equal to 0. You all can see it from the screen. I hope you have understood the execution of the code and the theory behind this CRC. So this is what was the explanation for CRC, that is cyclic